I'm Olivia Clarke for Forge TV and I'm here today with Bella Fricker, an endurance rider at the University of Sheffield. Hello Bella.
Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
So if you could just tell us a little bit about what endurance riding is.
So endurance riding is basically like, it's long distance riding on your horse, so it's a bit like running a marathon, but it's off-road, so there is road work, but it's mostly sort of grass or whatever. And it's basically distances all the way down to like 16 kilometres up to 160 kilometres in a day, and you can do it as a pleasure ride, so just going out for fun, or you can do it competitively, so you're actually race riding against people in your class. So yeah, that's basically what it is.
And tell us a little bit about your history in the sport.
I started endurance when I was 13 because my granny is into endurance and she was on the development squad in 2004. She went to France. She did quite well, so that's basically what got me into it. Yeah, then after that I just loved it so much, I've never stopped.
So would you say it was mainly your grandma that got you involved in such a niche sport?
Definitely, definitely. We have Arabs, so people do have Arabs, but most people aren't really into Arabs because they're usually quite highly strung and people think they're not safe for children or whatever. But my first pony was an Arab, 14-hand Egyptian Arab, and yeah, he was great, and he did not enjoy pony club or things like that, so endurance was really good for us. So, yeah.
And what's your most memorable moment in your endurance riding career?
Oh, I don't know. Probably doing my first ever international race with my mare, because she's a Connemara cross Arab. So for her even, like, it's not that common for the Connemara to be doing that well. So I actually came third. So I was super happy with that, and I was, yeah, really, really good. Yeah.
And what does the future hold for you in this sport?
I definitely want to go abroad. I'm thinking of going to India actually in January, so that would be really good. And I'd definitely like to be on the team and go to the World Equestrian Games in 2018 in Canada. Definitely want to do that, yeah.
And in what ways has the elite sports performance scheme been beneficial for your sporting career?
Oh, it's really good. I was so happy to be awarded with the scheme because obviously being here, I'm not being able to ride my horse, I'm not being able to train, so being able to go to the gym is just really, really good to keep my personal fitness up.
And what is your training schedule like? You say that you get to go to the gym, so how do you train?
Okay, well at the moment, because it's off-season, to be honest, I'm taking it a little bit easy, having a bit of a rest. I'm still going home every weekend to ride my horses at the moment, which is quite intensive. I'm mostly just swimming actually, because it's no strain, so I find that sort of quite therapeutic and just relaxing to go for a nice swim. That's probably the most thing I'm using at the gym at the moment.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people will be inspired by this interview and will have learned a lot about this sport from this interview. So how can people get involved?
Well, I would say if you go on our website, which is Endurance GB, there's loads of links to the local groups, and then if you contact a local group, then you'll be able to start like right at the bottom with a pleasure ride, or even a graded ride, which is, I didn't explain that at the start, did I? A graded ride is sort of in the middle between when you're racing and doing a pleasure ride, so it's like distances all the way up to, I think it's a 120 kilometre that you can do as a graded ride. And that's based on your horse's speed and heart rate at the end, and then you're given a grade, 1, 2, 3, 4, or completion. And then the points are cumulative, so at the end of the year it's added up, and that's how graded rides work. So if you wanted to start, you'd probably just start with a pleasure ride, and then once you've got into that, then you would do a graded ride, and then you've got novice graded rides, which is slightly different. So then you move on to open and advanced. But I mean, it's all quite straightforward. Once you get into it, it's quite simple. It's not as complicated as dressage or show jumping, I don't think, because it's fairly self-explanatory how you move up. So yeah, so I would say just contact your local group. That's how you do it.
Can people of all abilities start endurance riding?
You can start when you're 8. If I had known when I was 8 that I could have started, then I would have wanted to. But I think my granny was like trying to hold off for a bit, you know. But so yeah, you can start when you're 8, but equally you can start when you're like 60. Like, it's really broad for all age groups, and you can do it on any horse. Any horse has a baseline fitness level to do 20 miles as long as you go slow enough. Like, it is really a sport for everyone, I think.
A sport for everyone.
I really do. Yeah, I think so.
Good. Thank you very much for joining us today, Bella. That was very insightful, and hopefully in the future we'll have more interviews with athletes on the Elite Sports Performance Scheme. I'm Olivia Clarke for Forge TV. Thank you for watching.